Hi there, welcome to 90% Knitting. This is an unnumbered episode because it's not going to be a real episode. It's just a special little episode I'm putting out there because I have some news that I wanted to tell you and I wanted to get it out before I record my next regular episode, which will probably take place next week on Monday. So that would be Monday, October 24th. That's my plan for my next regular update or my next regular podcast episode. But I have some news that I wanted to get out to you prior to that because it's sort of a timely nature. It is shop oriented, so if you're not interested in shop stuff or club information, then feel free to just skip this little video and I'll see you next week on Monday. But if you are interested, stick around and I will give you the lowdown on what I wanted to tell you. So if you remember last week's episode, I introduced the fact that I was going to be starting 2 new clubs this fall. One was going to be the Killarney Collection Club, which is going to be a collection of colorways inspired from my recent trip to Killarney Provincial Park in Ontario. And the second one will be the Pie of the Every Other Month Club. That one, the pie one, is going to start a little bit later into the fall. So that's not the one I'm talking about today. What I'm going to talk to you right now is about the first one, the Killarney Collection Club. If you have been watching the podcast, you know that my husband and I took a trip to Killarney Provincial Park earlier this fall. We spent a week paddling in the backcountry, canoeing, camping, hiking. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful experience, and as is always the case when I come out of an experience in nature, I am so inspired to create new colorways based on that experience. Nature has always been one of my biggest inspirations for my colorways, and this trip was no different, and I knew it wouldn't be any different. I knew I was going to come home with like a million ideas that I wanted to put out there. I can't put them all out there at once, but I am feeling the need to put some of them out there, and I thought the most fun way to do that would be with a club, to introduce some of the first colorways through a club. So that is what this is going to be about. I can tell you this club is going to be variegated colorways. Okay, so not stripes. This one will be variegated. Stripes will come with the pie club. Variegated and speckled. Think about the colorways, as I said last week. If you think about the colorways that I had in my Antigua colorways, my Antigua collection colorways, which I'll put a picture of that collection in here just as a point of reference. Okay, so if you look at that style of dyeing, that's what this collection is going to be, except it's going to be in a completely different color palette. It's going to be the palette of Ontario in the fall. Think about the trees and the rocks, the mountains, the fauna, the mushrooms. There were so many mushrooms in the woods. There was just so many things that I want to turn into colorways, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So if you look at the pictures that I had at the opening screen, those are some of the ones I'll probably be drawing on for inspiration from this club. Specifics about the club. You will have your choice of 3 bases. I'm offering it on Bounce and on Bedazzled, 2 fingering weight bases. And I'm also offering it on Cozy, which is my worsted weight base. All superwash yarns. These will all ship once every other month. So the first one's going to go out in November, then there'll be a shipment in January, and then one in March. Let's see, what else? I have decided to simplify the sign-up process for this club. And instead of doing the form, the Google form that you have to fill out and do all that, and then me manually bill you for everything, I am setting this club up through my Fiber Nymph Dye workshop on Big Cartel. I think it'll be way easier for all of us. So I have gone ahead and I've put all of the listings up for the club in the shop already. They're there, they're live. You can go join right now if you'd like to. I mean, you might want to finish listening to this, then go join. But basically, there is a listing for each of those 3 bases with the option of paying per shipment, And then there's a listing for each of those 3 bases if you would like to choose to pay for the full club up front, which does give you a 10% discount. Okay, there's no discount on the shipping part because that is the same no matter how you pay for it. I still have to ship it to you. But the discount is on the cost of the yarn. And that's all spelled out in those listings. So you can take a look at that and decide what you would like to do. I am not putting a limit on this club. I think this one, I will dye as much of this as you guys would like. If you would like to get the colorways each month on more than one base, I will be happy for you to do that. You can join as many of the club options as you would like. If you do join more than one, more than likely I will need to issue you a partial shipping refund, and I will do that once I know, you know, what you've ordered, and so I will take care of that once that's done. If you do choose the pay per shipment option, you're paying for the November shipment now, and then I will invoice you the final week of the month prior to the next 2 shipments. So for the January shipment, you'll get an invoice from me the last week in December. For the March shipment, you'll get an invoice from me the last week in February. So you're still committing to the entire club. You're just paying for the first month. It's just the same way I've done it in the past, except I'm facilitating it through the shop this way. I'm hopeful that this will be easier for all of us. Anyway, I think that is everything that I needed to tell you about this. I'm leaving the signups up through Friday, October 28th. That's why I wanted to come on and do this little brief video now to let you know that, because if I don't podcast till Monday, then that's giving you less than a week's heads up. So I want you to have more time to be able to consider it. Yeah, so that's everything. If you have any questions about the club, please feel free to PM me on Ravelry, or you can email me at fibernymph@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I will not be showing the colorways prior to when they ship. You'll see them when you get them. That's part of the fun of these kinds of clubs, I think. And the colorways, all of the colorways are going to remain exclusive to the clubs for at least 6 months after the month that they ship. Okay, so they're going to be exclusive. You won't see them again. And once signups close on the 28th, that's kind of closing your window for when you're going to have a chance to get those colorways now and be a part of the club. Anyway, I am super excited about this club. I really hope you are too. I will be, as far as the second club, just to give you the heads up on that, I will be introducing that at the beginning of November, most likely. That's my plan. I don't have anything up about that quite yet, detail-wise anyway, but that is coming, so just hang on to that. You can join both clubs if you really want to, but it's totally your choice. Anyway, I am looking forward to making these new colorways for you. I'm looking forward to reliving my trip and helping you go along and relive my trip too. Each of them, I mean, it's just going to be yarn. There's not really going to be extras that I'm planning, although I always send a little inspiration story explaining the inspiration for my colorways whenever I do clubs, so you can look forward to that. Anyway, please go check out the listing, see if there's one that might be right for you right now, and I will talk to you again on Monday whenever I will do my regular episode, and I'll show you my knitting, and I'll tell you about Rhinebeck, Maryland. That's long ago. Rhinebeck, and we'll talk about the knit along, and I will show you the shop update stuff that will be coming, because there is a shop update next week on Wednesday. Oh, that's something important. If you're joining the club by ordering one of the club options in the shop, please place that order just by itself. I mean, unless you're ordering more than one club option, you can put those together. But if you're ordering anything else from the shop, please do that on a separate order, because I can't ship those things together. So whether it's something that's in the shop now or something that's going to be in the shop on Wednesday for the shop update. But anyway, just to let you know, Wednesday's shop update is going to be a lot of Christmas colorways, including 3 new ones. I'm so excited. It's like new colorway time for me. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go. That's all I wanted to let you know about. And I will talk to you on Monday. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.